Hey guys, we are back for another opening with STL Watch Shop here at the MTB Shed. You can check us out at mtbshed.com. Ideally, by the time you're watching this, I've got plenty of watches listed on there for you to see. Or check out the eBay stores where a lot of this vintage stuff, a lot of the things you may see in these packages. The whole reason this is interesting at all is I have no idea what's in these packages. We've got 4 items here. One of them I did shake on the way over, so I do know what this one is. So we'll save that one to the end. It's not that exciting anyhow. Linda does join us. She is the shop dog. Hey Linda, Linda girl. Hi Barbie. So that's Linda. I typically make her sniff a few packages so she can see what things smell like. But that's it. But anyhow, the whole reason this is interesting is I fractured my skull and had some brain injuries, so my short-term memory is not very great. A lot of these things have shown up. I have no idea what's in these packages. Couple that with a touch of ADHD, and I have no idea what's in these boxes. Typically, like I said, there's only 4 of them, so I wouldn't do it. But we have this huge box. This was at the door this morning. I've been racking my head trying to figure out what I could have ordered that's in a box like this. I have no idea, so I'm not expecting anything this big. I obviously ordered it. I have no idea what it is, so we'll save that to the end. We'll open up the rest of these packages first. Linda will give us some assistance, but we'll get cracking on everything. Yeah, not really much else for you guys to know. That's it. Like I said, we'll do the envelope blast. Our first package here. Oh, and you may hear in the background this wall clock here. So we are about 10 after the hour. So here in about 20 minutes, we'll get a warning that we've reached the hour of 3, and we'll hear 3 chimes. So we'll pause for that. But you will hear that. I keep a mic over there by that clock. I think if we're going to open watch packages, that's a nice touch, and it allows me to not say as much. I can be a little bit quieter and not be too concerned about it. I know you guys are still being entertained. So anyhow, let's jump right to it. Our first package comes to us by the way of Pesos Robles, California. This is a name I recognize, not from anything I've ever received, but from a business I used to run previously. Different mailing zip code though. So this comes to us from, what is this? This is Peso Robles, California. Sorry to any of my Spanish speaking friends for butchering that. Oh, so this is neat. I think I have an idea of what this will be. Bum, 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 bum. Beautiful case. I appreciate the care there. Because this is going to be other things I still have to get. But this will be neat. You guys know, if you haven't watched this, most of these packages are going to be Bulovas. That's my thing. I like them. I'm fairly familiar with them at this point. So that's normally what I'll end up getting. Sometimes other things catch my eye, but mostly like Bulova. I like them from an entrepreneurial standpoint. I think Joseph Bulova is absolutely a genius in both marketing. And then this is a crystal for a Spaceview Accutron. So mine's actually in pretty good shape, but this is matching. So maybe if a nick happens one day, I will not mind, or maybe I will. If I have a watch that this works for, maybe I can do a conversion or something along those lines. So yeah, the Accutron glass, beautiful. It's got protection on both the front and back. I really appreciate the care from this seller. Move that out of the way. But yeah, pretty neat. Fun stuff. My watch is yelling at me for some reason. That's for the shop. We ordered in a cool pair of shoes for a gentleman. He's trying to go for a ride, so he's going to message me in the morning so you can come pick him up early and go out for a ride. So that's cool. I'm not going to try to jam that. The Accutron, as you've, I don't know if you guys can see in the corner there, but I do have my Spaceview. It's a 1964. And then what I'm assuming is an early 70s. I don't think these will match up size-wise. This appears to be a crystal for probably a 214 movement. My hands are so dirty. I did just clean them, but so yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate match. Now I'm red-green colorblind. I don't know if you guys can tell me. Maybe it's just the green behind it, but on this one it appears to have a little bit of green, doesn't it? But yeah, so that would match up to the 64s. Not so much on anything newer. But anyway, pretty cool. Yeah, neat to have that. I will attempt to give you guys a buzz by here. Well, we can drop the mic out. I'll do my best to remember to plug this back in. But yeah, pretty cool with the Accutrons. They use the tuning fork instead of the quartz. And I'll give you another listen here in the box. I think they sound really neat. I always like to do that. But so that's the Accutron. Another reason why I love Bulova. Also the Precisionist. So this is the Bulova Curv. So as far as I'm aware, this is the first fully curved, and I'll show closer on the other, fully curved movement. Not only is the crystal curved, but the movement is as well. So I don't know if you guys, how well you can see that. I'm not going to go through the time of taking it off. But yeah, that's the Bulova Curv. This is my personal watch. I absolutely love it. I've worn it all day today in lieu of the Garmin. So obviously, you know, I do enjoy it a lot at that point. We're only 5 minutes in, so we're doing well. I'm not going to let Linda get a smell of that. Just glass. I don't think she needs that. Our next package is coming to us. Linda, did you want to smell the crystal? It's an Accutron. No, she's not interested. So the next package comes to us by the way of Dearborn Heights, Michigan. As always, we are located in Eureka, Missouri. You guys are welcome to come by, stop by the shop during business hours, and check out any of the vintage watches. If you let me know that you're into them, I'll take you into the back and allow you to check out some of those. Elsewise, at the bike shop, we are a authorized Garmin and Casio G-Shock dealer, so we do sell those new in the shop. And then I've got my collection. This is my personal collection, not for sale, but beautiful watch. We did have a Curv. I did have a second Curv that I had never worn that I did sell through the STL Watch Shop. So I've sold probably 12 watches this last week, which has been interesting. So this kind of goes, this is along with the theme, and I knew what this was by shape, because just moving it around. It's obviously batteries. So these are blue dots, AG10s. The AG10 is 1.5 volt. It's supposed to be for my understanding, now that I actually have them here, I'll double check all my everything, but for the Accutrons, whether it's the 214 or the 218 movement, It is important to have the right battery so you don't do any damage to it. This has got a neat little graph on it. I'll show it to you. A neat graph on it as far as telling you what your battery comparisons all the way from AG0 to AG13. So I'll make sure I keep these in the package. But these are 1.5 volt alkaline batteries. HGPB. You should pay more attention in chemistry in college, but anymore. These are for my Accutrons. After I research, make sure these are going to be the correct batteries. Then I'll get everything switched out to these to make sure that the Accutrons, and I've got a couple that possibly aren't or that aren't running. We did an opening with a couple of them, so we'll put these batteries in and see if we can't get them running. A lot of times people don't know what battery to use. They just aren't gonna. They don't know how to open up the backs of these things. There's a lot of reasons why. So a lot of times I can snag those up and get them running. And you know, I absolutely love the Accutron. I love to hear that buzz. It's all the Accutron watches. I should be careful with that. Not all the Accutron watches. All the 214, 218 movements. The Accutron name stayed around through like through the 80s. So you can have an Accutron watch that's just quartz, but typically it'll say that on the dial, so you'll be aware. But the 218 movements, the 214s are where it's all at. So we have another package here. This comes to us by the way of Mansfield, Ohio. So a lot of things seem to be coming out of Ohio. A lot of collectors there. Home of the baseball Hall of Fame, I guess, is in Ohio. But let's get us in the close-up window. Let you guys see what's going on. So there's my Curv, obviously. Beautiful watch from Bulova. Precisionist Movement. So the neat thing, those with the Accutrons, is they were 30,000 hertz, which is a big deal. Quartz vibrates at 20,000 hertz, so it's increased accuracy. Well, once they moved in 2010 when they came with the Precisionist Movement, which is what's in this Curv, the Precisionist Movement actually vibrated at 30,000 or 300,000 hertz. So the accuracy is plus or minus 10 seconds per year. You can see the sub-seconds hand there spinning, or if I want to operate the chronograph, it'll reset to 0. Oops. And then I can start the chronograph. So pretty cool. This, oh, I'm sorry, this says 262 kilohertz. I don't know why I always want to say 230, but that's what I do. So that reset it, and then now we're back to time. So pretty cool. Love the Curv. Think that's neat. There's a shiny band. How interesting. Very nice. So this is Bulova Electro, a 360 unbreakable mainspring. It seems to be in really nice condition. I don't see any scratching on the case. Just a plain crown, nothing special there. If you look at the back here, sorry guys, I might have to pull out. Very strange. This says Swiss parts, assembled in South Korea with a Hong Kong dial. So very interesting piece here. I'm excited to learn more about that. This watch is not functioning. Oh my god, it does work. Oh, oh my goodness. So this is a mechanical watch. Oh yeah, obviously with the mainspring, doy. Gosh, what year? How crazy. Let's crack this open and see. Holy Lord. Thought I had it, Captain. Maybe I watch my language on these YouTube streams. Sometimes I forget just because just me and Linda sitting here. I forget that potentially the entire world could listen to this one day. So, apologize for my language. Oh my goodness. What is going on with this? Is this not the original? Well, probably clearly not the original case back. I'm not liking this. What is going on here? I'm glad we opened this. Potac, Hong Kong. So I obviously have some learning to do. And I apologize, my hands are dirty. I do work at a bike shop. I was working on greasy bikes. So there's, yeah, definitely a balance wheel. There's definitely a very large barrel. What the? I'm confused. Is that a battery? Is that the Electro part? Oh my goodness, how cool. Let's drop into the microscope so I can actually read some of the words on here. Now I get myself into trouble doing the zooms for you guys, but I think it's important. We're almost 20 minutes in. I've opened 3 of 5 packages. That's not bad. Oops, you guys are looking right at my face. So let's see if we can read what this says. It says, assembled in Korea, Swiss Watch Co., LTT, in Seoul, Korea. Oops, sorry, that's the capital, I think. Swiss parts, unadjusted, 1 jewel. I don't have any idea what I'm looking at here. This is very strange. Is it the only markings I have to go off of? There's our Bulova insignia, I believe, on this bridge here, I guess. Looks like 8800, possibly. Yeah, so an 8800 movement. Better take a picture of that. So this is going to save me time later. I apologize you guys are sitting through this, but maybe you can see it. But that's pretty neat. Interesting stuff from Bulova. I'm so confused as to what even any of that means. Or I have no idea what's going on here. So let's get you guys back on a good screen. I'm going to take yet another picture here. So very confused. This is filthy. I almost hate to reassemble it this way, but I don't want to let it sit here and get dirt and dust in it. Oh my goodness. That's very weird. Alright guys, I'm not gonna tighten that on all the way because I'm not exactly sure what's happening. So we'll set that to the side. That's neat. That's just kind of fun because, yeah, I have no idea what that is. I don't really remember ordering that one either. So, yeah, whatever. Maybe someone just randomly sent it to me. That would be nice. If I would love if these videos caught on for whatever reason, and then people just started randomly sending me watches. Only random watches, though, please. Don't know what's going on with this. It's coming from Cambridge, Wisconsin. I'm a little bit confused and concerned. It says returns on there. So let's set this to the side. Linda girl, what do you think about this? Is somebody returning something, or do you think it was just a way for them to save money? Linda's unsure, as am I. This doesn't look like any watch I've ever sold, so I don't think it is a return. I don't know why it says returns. Maybe that is just how they have their account to set up when they label things. But why call it returns? How much stuff are these people returning? Aha, very nice. Oh, it's way smaller than I thought it was going to be. Oh. Alright, I remember ordering this because I thought this was neat. This is a good example, since we were discussing it, of, this is an Ana-Digi. This is 1980. So it's got some sort of audible alarm on it, it appears. Buttons don't seem to really do anything. The crown just pulled out completely. So doesn't sound good. That's unfortunate, but pretty small watch, as you can see here, or even compared to my modern Curv. Looks definitely like a women's watch. Doesn't appear to be working. It's a 1980. It's got some sort of alarm on it. Hopefully some sort of mechanical alarm. They do call it an Accutron quartz alarm. So yeah, I'm not going to mess with this much more. We're going to wait and see what's going on with this and get it opened up and not mess anything up. So yeah, we'll get a closer look at that. So cool piece, in really great condition, but definitely is in need of repair. So cool piece. So I like that. It's neat. Very neat. Got a pusher button over here. There's an Ana-Digi. I don't know if that's what they actually call it. We have another push button here. Then obviously the crown that just pulls out but winds the mechanical hands. So those are two independent functions. So that'll be interesting to see what that's about. Anyhow, moving on. So yeah, we are down to our last package then, which is this big guy. So let's get cracking on it. I did plug my mic back in earlier. That's handy. All right. Let's leave it down here doing this part. So yeah, it's a big package. I have no idea what it could possibly be. Why it was packaged in such a way. The packing label is here on the top. This did come from Hudson, New Hampshire. So that's interesting. I think we better let Linda real quick here. Linda, did you want to, oops, sorry. That's Wisconsin. You may recognize that from other items. So, Linda says that is what it is. Yeah, I realize I don't know how to read a clock. I do appreciate maybe the packaging that this is gone through. All right, well, that's the top there. Not sure if you guys can, how well you can see in. Piece of metal. So that makes no sense. Oh. All right, I'm going to leave this container here. No, wait. I don't remember. Oh, it's upside down. No way. Oh no. This is going to be a hot mess, guys. So I'd spent hours, days, weeks on organizing Bulova parts into a cabinet that you guys cannot see at the moment. I believe this is in service of that, and I also believe it's upside down. At this point, flipping it back right side up doesn't really seem like the best idea. Quite unfortunate. Oh, nobody's on camera. Nothing happening. Yeah, this is on. What an ass. So excuse my language, but Jesus. Oh my goodness. Well, this is terrible. What a shame. Bunch of vintage crystals just freaking all over the place. Oh, now I'm making a mess. All right, guys. Well, these are a bunch of watch crystals, ironically. So good thing they're now all over the place. I mean, this is really aggravating. Somebody would do this. Why put the shipping label on the bottom of the box? So throw that in there. This is just rude. It's really unfortunate that this happened. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Well, guys, so that's that. A bunch of random crystals all over the place. So hopefully we can salvage some of this. Yeah, I don't know. I am working on the clock, getting it caught back up to time, slowly but surely. Don't know if it'll happen tonight, but I will get you guys to the hour. Put the mic up, make sure it's nice and loud. So I'm going to go ahead and end the podcast when these 3 chimes end, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And yeah, shop mtbshed.com. We can ship most things to you. Or check out the eBay store, STL Watch Shop. You should be able to find it fairly easily over there. Yeah,